Alright, Shalom, and all praise and glory to Yahweh Bashim Hashem. The one is the others and apostles of GMS. Great millstone. This is the book of Titus, chapter 1, verse 15. Unto the pure all things are pure, but unto them that defile and unbelieving is nothing pure, but even their mind and their conscience is defiled. So we don't really gotta go to mind, but mind is nous in the Greek. I don't know how to say it. I didn't look at it in the blue letter, but that goes back to your lob, to the word lob in Hebrew, which is basically your spirit, your mind, your way of thinking. Your mind, like Yahushua always says, he that have ears, let him hear. He's not talking about your ears, he's talking about your mind. He that has the mind to understand, let him understand, right? Because of course your ears, are basically just an instrument for your mind to process the information. Your ears pick up the sound and stuff, and then your mind is able to process the information. But now I want to get into that word conscience. I'm not gonna try to pronounce that. For the prolonged form of let's see what this one is. Scenario. Seen together to know with one another, to know one's mind with oneself. Conscience of, consciousness of anything. The soul is distinguishing between what is morally good and bad, prompting to do the former and shun the latter. Okay? So all going back to your mind, your soul, and your spirit, commending one, condemning the other, the conscience. So how do you see right from wrong? Like you say, have a clear conscience. That means you haven't done anything wrong. But these people in these false Israelite camps who know the truth, but then they teach these, weird breakdowns and goofy breakdowns. They believe in themselves. They have a pure conscience, and that's what it means that their conscience is defiled. Because they can't tell what's morally right and wrong. They're doing the wrong thing, but in their mind, they're doing the morally right thing. Now I said that they know what's right. Now, not all of them do. I think Nate's fully aware. In my opinion. Remember Nate? He came from that old school, like El Apostle Hard, Ramlab, El Apostle Rakah. They all knew Nate, and they know he knows. In his videos of him saying the name, he knows, Some of these other guys, their minds are so perverted, and they didn't come up in the right way, so they probably got a little piece of it, twisted it, and they just stuck with it, and it just, swear up and down that they have the true breakdown, and they're just completely lost, So conscience, from Middle English conscience, this is Wiktionary, Middle English conscience, from Old English conscience, I don't know how to say it, from Latin conscientia, knowledge within oneself, from conscience, consciere, participle consciere, to know, to be conscious of wrong, from come together, scire, to know, so to know together. The ethical or moral sense of right and wrong, chiefly as it affects a person's own behavior, informs their attitude to their past actions. Okay, and that's pretty much what it is: awareness, self-awareness. Okay, so if you have a conscience that's in the right thing, you'll be self-aware and aware of when you're doing something wrong. Like us in this truth, we're aware. We have a good conscience. We have a right conscience where we're aware, and morally correct conscience where we're aware that if we're doing something wrong, you're doing something wrong. You're not supposed to be doing something, and you go stop doing a thing, or you can tell when something's wrong before you engage in it. Which is how the Lord tempts you with these demons. They try to get you and engage something that's wrong, and test your conscience, see if you have a correct ethical or moral sense of what's right and wrong. What is right is having faith and having an adherence to the law, statutes, and commandments to the best of your ability. What is wrong is doing the opposite of that. Having no faith, doing acts that are not faithful and are not adherent to the law, statutes, and commandments, of course, to the best of your ability. So, and when you're doing something wrong too, man. It's like, you feel something coming over you, like, I don't know if this is right. Nah, that's not right. Low and edify, shalom.